Saga fans, and welcome to Vitamin B6 the movie, the fourth and latest instalment in this epic story. Before we begin, however, I think it's time we had a recap of everything that's happened so far. Our story began with Cherry Applefield, a young girl with a vitamin C deficiency who constantly suffered terrible visions. During an attempt to find a doctor and cure his daughter, Cherry's papa crashed at sea and was cruelly taken away by the Grim Reaper. Meanwhile, Cherry's visions soon became a reality when she was chased by a psycho from her dreams, leading her to a confrontation with Death himself. After a climactic duel, Cherry believed she had defeated Death once and for all. However, he had let himself be beaten so he could infiltrate her mind. Time went on and Cherry's visions worsened, as she soon came to realise that Death was still very much a threat. Death soon unveiled his plans to destroy the world with a giant apocalyptic orange. Cherry continued to mourn for her papa and, after a sequence of revolutionary visions, she finally came to realise her destiny, that she is the chosen one who must stop Death's imminent apocalypse. Cherry tracked down the elusive Book of St. Cyril, an artefact containing the power she needed to prevail, but she was ambushed by Death. Death took the opportunity to unleash the great evil Stella from Cherry's weakened state. Fortunately, Cherry managed to escape with the book, but Death soon tracked her down. After another duel, Cherry was victorious and banished Death and Stella to a place where they could do no harm, and she also used the power of the book to bring Papa back to life. So then, that's where we've got to so far.
What are you doing?
What are you doing here?
I've escaped my place of banishment. I've come back to wreak havoc.
How did you do that?
Let me tell you.
Go on in, Mr. Grimby, put your hands up. Oh, no, you can't go yet. It's not your time yet. Have you got an appointment?
And that's how I escaped.
Ooh, fancy.
Quite sure. And you're next, Cherry Applefield. With the almighty Stella at my command and the apocalypse in motion, nothing can stop me. This is the beginning of the end.
Ah, good morning, Papa. How are you? What a wonderful day it is. The sun is shining, the birds are singing. I'm finally happy. For once in my life, I haven't had any of those horrible visions. It's all been since you've been back, Papa.
Oh, I'm a prison of hell.
Oh, it's so good to have you back, Papa. I don't know how I ever cope without you. You've always been there for me in my hour of need. Oh, the good times we used to have.
Flashback!
Mr. Applefield? I've got some news for you. Good news in fact. Congratulations, you're now the father of a beautiful baby girl. Well done. Yes, she is quite the baby. Any idea what you want to call her?
Papa!
Papa?
Oh!
You want to call You want to call your baby Papa?
Yes.
Are you sure about that? but she's a girl. Papa doesn't really sound like a suitable name.
Papa!
Yeah, how about I think of a few suggestions? I'll think of a few. Let's see. She's a girl. Girls are what are girls? They're sweet and they're good. What else is sweet and good?
Oh! Sherbet!
Sherbet, maybe not.
Custard!
Cherries. They're sweet and good. They're
Red!
They're sweet and they're good for you somewhat.
Red!
They are red, yes.
Small.
Yes, she is a small baby. Yeah.
Oh,
It's a good name. Yeah. Cherry Applefield it is then, yes?
Custard.
Oh, no, I think Cherry's more suitable.
Don't care.
Cherry Applefield it is then.
Saucer.
Such good memories. Now, Papa, I'm sure I was going to ask you something. Something important.
Prophecy.
What was it? Oh, what was it? It's on the tip of my tongue. I just can't think of it.
Oh, the chosen one.
Oh, this is going to start bugging me in a minute. What was it?
Turnip.
That's it. I was going to ask you about the prophecy and me being the chosen one. When I was at the church of St. Cyril, Death unleashed Stella, or as he liked to call her, the beast within. I'd seen notes forewarning me of that beforehand. On your gravestone, for example. Were they anything to do with you?
Oh, sparkly.
Papa, as close as our connection is, there's just some times when I can't understand what you're going on about. This is important to me. You need to tell me. Were they your doing?
Squirrel.
There must be some way for me to understand what you're saying. Wonder if that spell from the Book of St. Cyril can help. It's a good job it hasn't fallen into the hands of Death and Stella. Anyway, let's give it a try. The Maldenum Town! The Maldenum Town! So, Papa, do you feel any different?
Oh, banana.
Wait, speak again, Papa.
Oh, of course I can.
That's brilliant! The spell from the book has enabled subtitles. I can now fully understand everything you're saying, Papa. But I suggest we get on with this quickly, because in case it only works for a limited time. So now, tell me everything you can, Papa.
The woodworm.
But if you were dead, how did you know of the prophecy?
The courgette. The wallpaper. The paper bag. Mop.
If you knew exactly what was going to happen, why weren't you a little bit more, elaborate in your warnings?
Bigger slaps.
I see. Someone else did this St. Cyril tell you.
Smaller chips.
What must be done then, Papa?
And pospit.
I guess I couldn't expect you to know everything, Papa. I'm the chosen one, the future is mine to shape after all. But it's just so much pressure. I'm going to take a little nap. Wake me up if you need me.
Here is grandfather clock.
Hello there, V Saga fans, and welcome to this,
The penultimate.
intermission scene.
We hope you've been enjoying the V Saga so far, but we feel it only right now, being near the end, to take a look back at some of our inspirations.
Quite, and there's been no greater inspiration for our work than the Vitamin C Handbook.
Pictured here.
Ain't it fancy?
Oh, and truly an inspiration.
Now, you may remember the Vitamin C Handbook from the very first intermission scene that we had in Vitamin C, the movie. It got a bit of a mention there, but you may also have seen it getting some special thanks in any of the credit sequences to the other V Saga films.
Now, you're probably wondering why we think it's so important, and although it did inspire most of Vitamin C, the movie,
Oh yes, but with a bit of our own imagination for the good measure.
just
of
a little,
course.
it was in a roundabout way responsible for formation of R&R Productions itself.
Quite, yes. If it were not for us finding the book for the low bargain price of £50
Closing down
in a
sale.
closing down book sale a few years ago, we probably would not have been inspired to make these films, and therefore probably would not have entered the world of cinematic entertainment at all.
Right, so if you have any reason to dislike R&R Productions, blame the book, not us.
Yeah. It's truly an inspiration to us all.
Now, as our time is almost up here, and if my calculations are correct, we should be being interrupted any second.
Get on with it!
Ah, there you go. Told you.
Enjoy the rest of the film, and we'll see you again next time.